42 minutes in. So we're going for the hour, and I've been doing this for weeks. You know, at least 5 times a week. First up, let me say sorry for not being around. I've just been on a new task, and it's ongoing. So I don't know how much videoing, how much YouTubing I'm gonna do, because, you know, unlike a lot of these YouTubers, I actually have quite a serious full-time job as well. You know, talk about 12-hour days. You know, sometimes, well, at the moment I'm about to do 12 days straight. I mean, this is day 9, so yeah. So unlike a lot of YouTubers, I actually have a full-time job that's quite serious, quite intense, and takes up a lot of time. Obviously, if you're working 12 hours, traveling for 1.5 hours, 45 minutes each way, you know, it takes a lot out of the day, and you're chucking in an hour of cardio every day and a little bit of training on top of that. It does take a lot of time out of your week. You know, I can't sit around all day doing nothing, you know, trying to get the YouTube shekels. I can't do that. You know, some of us have mortgages, cars, vans, motorbikes, real life shit that we have to deal with every day. You know, we're not being supported by government handouts and all the rest of it. So, you have to bear with me if you want content on this channel, but I will do it when I can, when and if I can. So, yeah, my schedule is quite busy at the minute, and this is ongoing. So what do I want to talk about? Just checking the time here, 45 minutes in. Yeah, I mean, what do I want to, there's so much to talk about, isn't there? Got all the nonsense with Ukraine and Russia, and who knows what the hell that's about. I mean, I kind of know what it's about. Half the Ukrainians want to be Ukrainian, half of them want to be Russian. And Putin wants to make Ukrainian people Russian. He wants to take control of the Ukraine. So there's that going on. And you know, I work with a lot of military and ex-military, and they're just laughing at the minute, because they're laughing at all these clowns, these water mitties, these idiots that, you know, they've played a few games of airsoft. They've got all the kit, airsoft kit, and they, you know, take pictures, and they think they're like badasses. Never done any sort of training like that. Never fired a real gun, just airsoft. And they're joining the Ukrainian Foreign Legion.
Hello, yeah, we've come to join the Ukrainian army, or whatever they're called.
They're not even sure of the army's name, but they're utterly convinced of the cause. Outside Ukraine's embassy in London, a steady stream of men come to find out how they can join up to fight.
You can send email, a letter for this address,
Yeah.
and he contact with you and said what you must do.
Okay.
Brian from Kent used to be in the territorial army.
And you're prepared to go to Ukraine and fight?
Yeah, I can get on a flight tomorrow.
And if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 60, which means I'm just about within the age range they'll accept.
I'd like to take, like, a pocket knife, a stove.
War waits for no one, and by mid-afternoon, conscious they need to move fast, we catch up again with Leon and his friend Tom, who also plans to travel to Ukraine.
Body armour goes in there, which protects your chest.
Because, you know, they're good on air, they're good at video games, so they play a lot of Call of Duty. It must be like that, right? You know, when you're being fired upon by fucking Russians. Just like Call of Duty. Anyway, so like I said, I work with a lot of ex-military, and they're just laughing at these clowns, you know, because what they're not telling you is, if you manage to get over there and get to the front line, as it were, I mean, firstly, your ass is gonna drop out. But if you did engage with them, with the enemy, the social media enemy, which is Russia, the mainstream media enemy, which is Russia, you know, support the Ukraine. And let's face it, I mean, if you've had your head switched on and you've been following what's happening in the media for the last, you know, through BLM riots, through the whole sort of take a knee nonsense, through, you know, let's face it, BLM is just, they've openly stated they're a communist organisation, Marxist organisation. They'd be the first to admit that.
We actually do have an ideological frame. Myself and Alicia in particular are trained organizers. We are trained Marxists.
So this is a communist takeover. It's not a race thing. This is communism versus freedom. That's what the BLM movement's all about. Antifa, you know, so everything in the mainstream media and in this world at the minute seems to be just inverted. So if you've been watching the news over the last few years, you've seen the BLM riots and murders, burning, looting and murdering, and they've been getting away with it scot-free. The trucker protests come down with an iron fist on them, didn't they? And all they were doing was saying, we just want freedom. We want the choice. We don't want to be mandated into taking things, untested, experimental things. Yeah? So they let these crazy Marxist lunatics burn down cities, kill people, quite literally murder people, burn, loot, murder, yeah, BLM. But you've got these family men with their children setting up bouncy castles, and they're just digging in because they want a choice, which is democratic. They want the choice whether to take something or not take. They don't want to be forced into it. But they come down with a heavy hand, they shut down their bank accounts and all sorts, yeah? So my point is, if you've been watching all this madness over the last couple of years, you'll see that right is right and wrong is wrong, but the mainstream media and social media promote what is degrading and degenerate and evil as good. And they say what's right and good and pure is bad. So it's inverted. So very simply, if you watch the mainstream media and you want to make sense of it in a basic way, all you've got to do is just reverse the narrative. That's how I look at things. So everyone's saying, you know, the Biden family, criminal cartel, you know, and they got heavy links to Ukraine and all the corruption and everything else. They're saying they're good, but Orange Man bad. And he did wonders for America, whether you like his tweets or not. He did wonders for America. You know, you don't have to like his personality or his tweets. Yeah, he did wonderful things for America. Yeah, he made America great, whether you like it or not, for everyone, not just white supremacists, but for black people, Latino people, everything. So if you're watching the mainstream media and they're promoting the Clintons or the Bidens, which are criminal families, and they're pouring scorn on the Trump family, then you got to just flip it and reverse it, yeah? Because we can, you know, if you got a brain that works even slightly, you can see that the Bidens and the Clinton criminals aren't doing anything for America, and they're destroying America, whether you like it or not. And the Trump family did everything they could. I mean, Trump didn't even take a wage. He took $1 because he has to take something. The rest he just donated back. Gave back to America. first president to ever do anything like that, purely because he loved America, patriot. So if they're promoting the criminal families and not the patriot family, then you got to say, right, here we go. Yeah, so just reverse it is my point. So if they're supporting the Ukraine and you got Russia on this side, they're the bad guy. You know, I don't know, I'm not on the ground, I don't know anything about it, I'm not there, I don't know what's going on. But just on, you know, based on history, modern sort of living memory, whatever the mainstream media are promoting is usually the bad side. That's all I'm saying. Like I say, I don't know. You know, the Ukraine and all these places were part of USSR, you know, which is Soviet Union. And then after David Hasselhoff brought the wall down, the Berlin Wall, and ended communism, it all broke up and fragmented. But it certainly seems from where I look, because I don't watch the mainstream media, I watch everything, you know, I see bits of mainstream media, but I also see bits of alternative media. And you kind of try and play devil's advocate, right? They're saying that, these guys are saying that, let's, somewhere in the middle is the truth. So from what I see, Russia is just taking out bioweapons labs. There's 11 of them, he's taken out 7 or 8 of them already. You know, these are the surgical strikes that are being done on these weapons lab, bioweapons labs. So whether you believe the CV-19 of unknown origin, whether you think that came out of a, you know, weapons lab a bioweapons lab in China somewhere, who knows, yeah? But if Putin, who was head of the KGB, has a lot of intel, if he knows where it came from, and then he thinks or sees that or has intel that they're setting up these bioweapons labs very close to Russia, he might want to take them out. If he sees atrocities by people that want to be Ukrainian against Ukrainians that want to be Russian, he might want to protect them. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not saying anything. Like I say, I'm the devil's advocate. But it does make for interesting conversation. But anyway, so back to it. Yeah, so yeah, this is why I have not been on. There's lots. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Fuck. Anyway, so we've been training. Really good. I mean, I'm getting some good results. The fat's coming off. I was 50. I was 50 a couple of weeks ago. The fat's coming off. Getting in good shape. You know, my body's looking like it did when I was about 36. That's the last time I was like in a shape that I liked. You know, there's always been, you know, good times and bad times. There always is, unless you're a professional athlete and you can dedicate your life to training and your body is your instrument, or you're you know, one of these Hollywood fuckers that has chefs and all that sort of stuff, personal trainers, dietitians. Someone like Mr. BlahBlah. Incidentally, I just heard that he's, I've just seen that he's doing live streams now. I mean, why has he put the cameras so he's like just looking, and he's got all this space above him, and he's just, you can just see the top of his head, and his meatloaf tits. Just like that, and you can't see anything else. I mean, the guy, you know, he's just a mint factory, isn't he? But I don't want to talk too much about him, you know. We've let him off, you know, we let him off. Let him off a leash. But we still got a rope on him. Yeah, it's one of them long leashes. Just let him run free for a bit. Yeah, just let him run free. Run free, Mr. BlahBlah. Run free. Create your mints. and we'll be back to comment on them. So yeah, the old mint factory, the meme machine. Yeah, I mean it's just on another level, and he's peaked and outdone Jason Genova. He really has. He's gone beyond. You know, Jason Genova was, yeah, pretty minty, wasn't he? I think you'll agree, but Mr. BlahBlah has gone way beyond that. And he's just a mint machine now. A meme factory. You know, still, you know, I just get info from people that watch his crap. And, you know, he's on. We can talk about this because I'm training, yeah? So we're talking about people that think they can train and all that, yeah? Talk about physiques and stuff and fitness. So, yeah, apparently well, I saw a little bit, I'm not going to lie, I saw a little bit while I was taking using the bathroom. And he puts his arm out and goes, look at that forearm. People say my forearms are skinny. Look at my forearm. Just an average old dude's forearm, you know, quite skinny, loose skin. Nothing to work, you know, get worked up about. Apparently, I didn't see it, but one of my subscribers said he's still measuring his arms, still trying to, you know, convince people he's got 17-inch guns. 17-inch guns, man. We know he hasn't. Yeah, I think he's got 115, and the withered dead arm is like 11 or something like that, 11 inches. Noob. Noob sizes. Yeah, unless you're 5'2". Yeah. So it's a little smaller person. Yeah, I don't think it's. I don't know. The technical definition or descriptive word is a dwarf or a midget. You know, dwarfism. But they like to be referred to as midgets. I hope so. Small people. So I saw this little fella, and he was jacked, absolutely jacked, because he was like, he had the same muscle mass, but he was very small. So he looked like, you know, a bodybuilder, but he was only like 2 foot tall. So when you do go down in scale, the muscles look bigger, but in reality, they just look bigger. They're not bigger, because it's a micro version. Like Mr. BlahBlah. Tiny man. Anyway, so yeah, he's doing live streams, which all I can say is they're going to produce so many mints. You know, he's already locked it down by all accounts, you know. He's locked it down. He's made it, yeah, members only. He's desperate for the money, isn't he? And now he's done a couple, and he set the money thing, the money feature up, where you can donate and get a question answered. You know, so he's followed Vegan Gains, really, seen how much money he can make. And, you know, Vegan Gains, that's all he does. He just does live streams now, and from what I've seen, they're boring. Boring. I mean, a great live stream that I think is great is Salty Cracker, because he comments on all the mainstream news and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, so Vegan Gains does these boring fucking things where he's just talking about video games and stuff. You know, this is a man apparently. I don't think so. So BlahBlah's seen that and thought, I'll have some of that, but I'll lock it down so none of the trolls and cyberstalkers can get involved. And he's seen he can make maybe $20 a day doing that, which is way more than he makes from his YouTube channel videos, and way more than he makes from his online coaching. Yeah, so this is why I just saw a post, someone screenshotted it, and in a nutshell he's saying that his coaching now is his side gig, as his side hustle. You know, whereas before YouTube was his side hustle, yeah, because he didn't make any money from it. and he was trying to get this coaching LARP going, you know, this grift, trying to get that going, and failed because no one's interested. He's got a couple of freebies that he does, you know. He just says, look, you know, send me some pictures of your training, I'll send you a generic spreadsheet full of crap, yeah, and I'll coach you for nothing if you pretend to be my my student. So these people are so, you know, mentally unstable that they think that's a good idea, and I'll boost my own channel, so I'll get involved with Mr. BlahBlah and take a chance that my whole life doesn't turn to shit as well. But that's it, and he's not making any money from it. So now he's braved up because we've let him off the leash, yeah, give him some room to run. Now he's a bit emboldened, and he's now doing live streams, but under extreme lockdown. So no one can say anything, no one can bring up all the hate speech, the stolen valor, all the insane claims that he's made in the past. You know, we know them, we know what they are. So no one can bring all that and link, you know, videos to it and all that stuff. So he's locked his channel down, figured out a way to do it, subscribers only and all that. And he's worked out a way that he can actually make about 20 bucks a day, or 20 bucks a live stream, which is way more than he gets from coaching, and way more than he gets from his 5 videos a day. So he's feeling pretty good. But the fact that he lives in what can only be described as a storage unit, so he's turned his Section 8 cuck shack into, you know, it looks like there's 2 rooms in that place, so it's a 1-bedroom apartment. And I mean, there's no furniture in there apart from a box table thing and a bench that he sits on like a chair. Yeah, there's nothing nice. There's no comforts in that place. It looks like a prison or a storage unit. Yeah, because he's got like the main living area. It's just full of like used bits of equipment that he's acquired, you know, by saving up his welfare money. And then you've got the second room, which looks like a storage unit, where it's just full of old crap, old bits of equipment and bars and stupid shit that you can't use. You know, because it involves real strength and you can't put the fake weights on or the technique plates on. All that sort of stuff. I don't know. But he's discarded a lot of it, chucked it in the storage unit room, and he's obviously got some sort of little camera set up in there, or maybe a cheap laptop that he got from the pawnbrokers. Again, saving up his welfare money, his illegitimately gained welfare money, allegedly. Anyway, and he's now doing his live streams because that's the only thing that makes him money. Now, just get a job, man. Jesus. I mean, the amount of, it's like a criminal as well, you know. You get these organised crime gangs and criminals, and they're at it, you know, they put more effort. You know, like dealers, drug dealers and that, you know. They spend all day driving around, you know, getting phone calls, dropping off this and that here and there. And they're out for like 10 hours a day, just driving around doing deliveries and, you know, not making much, but they really dedicate themselves to it. BlahBlah dedicates himself to this YouTube nonsense. I mean, he hasn't got much of a choice because he can't leave his cuck shack, but he dedicates himself. A lot of time goes into, you know, making these terrible videos, now doing live streams, pretending he's a coach, uploading these terrible videos, 5 a day, 4 a day. That's a lot of time. Yeah? With no reward, no real reward. 20 bucks a day, something like that. Same with the drug dealers, yeah? They're not making a lot on top of the, you know, not making a lot of profit. But they're investing a lot of time. Whereas if they had a legit job and they invested all that time and effort, they'd be very successful at it. You know, so it's a real waste of time. It makes no sense. Other than if you're, I don't know, lazy, I suppose. But it's not lazy because they invest a lot of time. Not much effort, but a lot of time. Effort as in, you know, gaining qualifications and all that sort of stuff, yeah? Gaining skills and licenses and, you know, all that stuff. So, but they do invest a lot of time. And if they invested that time and effort into something constructive, 9 out of 10 would be successful. But there you go. They're not interested. Anyway, so I've rambled on for 25 minutes. And we are now at 1 hour and 6 minutes, 66 minutes. Let me show you, just in case. So here we go. So what are we at there? So that's the current speed. Calories burned 335. Odometer, that's the distance this bike has travelled. And 67 minutes continuous training. Right, so don't know what to do now. Usually I just jump on and do 100 leg raises. 100, not 10. 100. I might actually do a barbell complex because I've got some time. Got some time to kill. Mel's out. So yeah, I might bang out a barbell complex. Let's see about that. So I'll talk to you in a minute. Alright, so I've got the sauna suit off, and now we're gonna just load it up a little bar. I'm just gonna do 5 rounds of the barbell complex, which is up and overs, some squats, some of them, whatever they're called, some bent over rows, and some bicep curls. Yeah, so that is going to be the workout. So 10 of each, that's the complex, yeah. So 10 of each, non-stop, so it really gets the old ticker pumping, the old heart pounding, the lungs burning, yeah, sweat dripping, all those things Mr. BlahBlah has never experienced. And it's a good way to shift a bit of fat. Like I say, I just did an hour on the bike with a sauna suit on, top and bottom, and yeah, I'm dripping, trust me, this is soaked. Yeah, so yeah, let's get cracking.
Like they did for George Mossman. They had a good airbrush. Whoever did that poster and gave him the six-pack abs, they need a raise. Because they don't look nothing like that, baby. Lose, you know, a couple pounds with the suit on and, you know, be able to have a nice little dinner tonight. So I know George is sucking weight right now and he's feeling like shit, so it's easy weight cut. Oh my man! Alright. Stop on the car. Saturday. And the guy still has a lot of energy, as you guys can see. So this is crazy, man. I've never seen anything like that. That is a hard machine. And I'm sure Saturday they win for sure. You don't have to be a bully. We're not like Dustin Poirier where we have to cut all this weight to be a bully and fight guys that are littler than us. I fight in my natural weight class. I fight people because I know I'm the best in the world. I don't have to cut weight to get a weight advantage. I'm the best.
Ooh, first one.
I get anxious doing these hits in front of you.
So I'm just Just watching the embedded vlog series for UFC 272. Just watching Jorge Masvidal and Colby Covington, watching them go through their preparations for their fight this evening. So who you got your money on? Tough one, really tough one. Used to be friends. They used to sort of do everything together. I mean, you must have a friend that you've done everything with, you know, since childhood or whatever. Can you imagine becoming super enemies and having to fight him or her? Be weird, huh? You'd know everything about them. And if you train together, then you know all their moves, everything they, you know, all their little quirks or their training habits. So it's going to be an interesting fight. And I don't know who's going to win. Because, you know, it's like, yeah, they're going to know everything about each other. Okay, they're not trained together for a while, but, you know, then they're going to know the basics of their game, each other's games. So it's going to be a tough one. So who do you think is going to win? Stick your answers down below. Let me know who you think who you want to win. Now, I like them both, and that's the real bitch about this fight. Whew. Yeah, I like them both. They're both pretty cool characters, you know. Got the BMF, and you got the MAGA boy. So you know, they both got their shticks. You know, one plays the Tony Montana, or the phony Montana, as Colby calls him. And then you got the whole sort of WWF or WWE sort of character that Colby's created. So it's going to be an interesting fight. You know, they're going to nullify each other in areas. They're going to, you know, one's a wrestler, comes from a wrestling background. The other comes from a striking, sort of backyard brawling background. Interesting. So who's your money on? Who's your money on? If I had to pick one to win, I'd have to edge towards Colby. But, you know, it'd be nice if they could have a draw. You know, and, yeah, no one wins, no one loses. You know, that'd be pretty cool. But if I had to make a choice as who I wanted to win, yeah, like I say, I'd go towards Colby being who I want to win. If I had to have a choice, because it's so hard and I want them both to win and both not to lose, you know, I want them both to draw. But if, you know, I had a gun to my head and they said, no, you got to pick one, I'd edge towards Colby. Yeah. Who would you like to win? Answers down below. Let's get back to training. Oh yeah, so I just want to bring you in on this training. Oh, that does get the ticker pounding, the sweat dripping, and the lungs working. And fitness isn't how much you can lift, for one rep. That's not fit. Fitness is recovery, how quickly you can recover, how quickly you can peak your heartbeat, get your pulse up, your heart rate up, and how quickly it comes down. That's a test of fitness. Strength, flexibility, endurance, all that stuff comes into it, which is why I like to do the bike for an hour rather than just like an intense 10 minutes, I like to get the endurance side of it working, so I know I can train for an hour easy, not even really feel it. Although we went over an hour on that one. But it's about how quickly you can recover, how quickly your heart rate drops, and already mine's back to sort of somewhere near normal. But yeah, if you've only got 45 minutes to have a good session, just a good sort of general all body workout, then just bang 20 kilograms on a bar. Do this workout. I promise you, it's a workout. I mean, you can see the sweat. Yeah, I haven't done a barbell complex for a couple of weeks. I've been training, like the other day. Always do abs. I always do 100 push-ups. But yeah, today I fancied a barbell complex. I always do a body part. Like the other day, 2 days ago, I did arms after my hour and my leg raises. So yeah, always doing something. I have to. I'm 50 years old. It's like when I'm on the judo mat, I've got to be able to keep up with 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds. I'll never keep up with 20-year-olds, but 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds. I've got to keep up with these people on the mat, but also at work. We've got some young bucks, and they want to be where the old dog is. So yeah, the old dog needs to stay, keep his teeth sharp. So that's what it's all about. Can't get the young pups taking the big old dog's lair. You can't do it. They can't do it. So yeah, you got to keep on it. I've got a few years left in me where I can stay sort of competitive, and then who knows what happens in the future. Age gets us all. Look at the white in the beard. Age gets us all. But yeah, it's all part of the process, and you shouldn't fear it. You should embrace it. You shouldn't hide it. There's nothing worse than people hiding it. Dyeing their beards, dyeing their hair. I spent years of bleaching my hair, and it got to a point where I was just so white down the sides here, but it was just pointless. It's getting thinner, that's for sure. On top, it's certainly, the crown is still full, and it's a little bit receded now. But I'm 50 years old, but still, I'm not bald. Not bald, guys. Still got plenty of hair there, but I have noticed it's thinning a little bit. So just crop it off, right? Just shave it down and let the whiskers grow out. Let the grey sort of come through. And yeah, it gets a good response. So my missus yesterday, she's going, "Oh, you look very serious these days." Very serious. And I guess it is a serious look, right? It's a very mature look. So yeah, but like I say, age, you can't stop it. No one can beat time. So just embrace it. Yeah, enjoy it. Enjoy the process. But when you got idiots trying to compete with 25-year-olds, 50-year-olds trying to compete with 25-year-olds in the looks department, you know, like I say, dyeing their beards black and stuff, you know, it's just like, come on, just let it go. Embrace it. You know, no 25-year-old woman's going to look at you. Yeah. So just let it go. Put the ego to bed. You know, you should have done all that shit years ago. You know, they say, oh, you got to get it out your system. Get it out your system. Get it out your system when you're young. Yeah, it took me years, and I mean years, to get all the crap out of my system. You know, banging, you know, all the birds, and, you know, it takes a while. Yeah. So if you're in your 20s or something like that, then just make sure you do exactly what you want to do. You know, with regards to, you know, if you got a voracious appetite for, you know, ladies, then be careful, play safe, but do it. You know, don't mess around on women, because that will lead to problems, big problems. So especially if you're in a long-term relationship or married, take it from me. Yeah, whatever you build together, you will lose. Yeah, so learn that lesson before you, from me, before you make it. So yeah, if you just need to get a lot of shit out your system, then get it out your system when you're young. Yeah, because there's nothing worse than seeing some sad old bloke trying to hold on to what he once had, or trying to live a life that he should have done when he was 20 something. Yeah. We see that with Mr. BlahBlah. You know, he's trying to live like a 30-year-old, 25-year-old, but he's pushing 50, you know? So, it's pathetic. Get that shit out of your system. That's all I'm saying, you know? I know my body now is nowhere near what it was when I was in my 20s. I'm not even going to pretend that it is. Yeah, and when you see these old dudes like BlahBlah doing that, it's kind of pathetic. You know, he should have peaked years ago. His peak is way, way gone. You know, he ain't going to get there now. Yeah, that's why he's making these excuses as well. Saying, oh, I'm not going to max out. Going to go to a competition. Not going to max out. I just want to go in there and place. It's like, come on. We know you're not going to max out. Because any maxing would have been done, you know, 20 years ago. Yeah? 15 years ago. Not now. Not when you're pushing 50. You know? So it's going to be funny. He's only 5 years off 50 apparently. It's going to be sort of great to see him at 50. He won't be healthy. He's not healthy now. He's going to be even less healthy. But anyway, let's get cracking. Fully recovered. Talking shit. Let's get going. No jump cuts. No fake bullshit. No sort of lying down, having a nap between one rep sets. This is real. Hooah! Ah! Yeah. Yo, ticker's pounding. Yeah, so man, this might not be the most exciting video, watching an old dude work out, but I just wanted to give you a real video. Yeah, almost semi-live. But those live streams, man, again, Mr. BlahBlah's live streams, minty isn't the word. I mean, they're far exceeding Genova levels of mintiness. You know, the piss, as they say, is flowing. So that was, that was 3. That was barbell complex number 3. Yeah, so just watching this this vlog. See, recovered. Maybe a little bit above normal, but recovered. You know, just a couple of minutes rest, fully recovered. That is how you know fitness. Yeah, I guarantee if we beasted BlahBlah with this circuit, his arse would fall out. You know, he'd be on his knees. He couldn't do this. You know, doing this 1 month, you know, once a month, pathetic sled drag at 4 in the morning on a Sunday. You know, when there's no one around, all the criminals in the area, you know, whacked out on crack and meth and God knows what else. So he can sneak out of his cuck shack. And he can go and do like one run up and down on grass, wet grass. So it's super slippy, no resistance. You know, that's not fitness. That's not cardio, come on. Yeah, cardio is getting on an air bike for an hour. Cardio is doing what I'm doing right now. That is cardio. Cardio is getting on a judo mat and smashing it, you know. Cardio is getting in a boxing ring. Yeah. Not the nonsense that Mr. BlahBlah does. That's just nonsense. There we go, fully recovered now. So what are you guys doing today? I'm actually working tonight, so this is why I've got time now to train. Going from days to nights. Can't say much about what I'm doing, but if I told you who the person was, you probably wouldn't believe me, but I can't tell you. Who do you think it might be? Answers in the comments down below, but I can't confirm it one way or another. But it's quite an interesting long-term task. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, these people, they should really keep YouTube as a side gig. You know, do your odd video here and there. Yeah, it makes your life look more exciting when you're working properly as well, and you can bring all those aspects together. You know, have some hobbies, have some different interests, you know. You know, I got some great things coming up. Yeah, we got the van, the camper, the van life thing. Got the motorbike attachment, you know, so you know, have some interests, be interesting. Interests make you interesting. You know, so if I think of my life, what I do, I've got the camper van, so we go camping, you know, stealth camping, all that stuff. Got the whole motorbike thing that I've been doing for years. I was a motorbike instructor for years, part-time, yeah, for about 6 years. So I've got a few riders out there. So a few of them riders riding around now on the road, I put them there. That's good, nice. Judo coach, you know. got the judo thing, the martial art thing. Now, as I'm maturing, I'm getting into other things. So shooting, yeah, getting into the whole shooting thing. Been into guns for a while, you know, air guns and all that stuff since I was a kid, but now I'm actually going to dedicated shooting, you know, gun ranges. Went to one near me, and yeah, I think I'm going to join, because I can take my air rifles down there and my BB gun rifle down there, and use them on the range down there, but also it goes towards the NRA license, so you can get your firearms license, which is what I'm going to look at doing. Yeah, so I want to get that so I can sort of go hunting for pheasants and all that stuff on those country estates. I'm also, well, I can't really talk about it, but there's something very big coming up in my life, something that has always interested me, something I never thought I'd be able to do, something that has far-reaching implications all over the planet or world or earth or realm, whatever you want to call it, that goes into highest echelons of power and below. So that is something that is quite amazing. Like I say, I never thought I'd have access to it. It's always fascinated me. The people that have done it and are part of it have always intrigued me. What is learned from being this is fascinating. I've read many books on it. But there's actually a YouTuber that is involved in it. And again, I never thought I'd be able to be accepted, and I never thought I'd be part of it, and I never thought, you know, 20 years ago, I never thought I would be at a point where I'm getting involved with it. That's all I'm going to say, and it's quite incredible. So yeah, like I say, embrace life, embrace your age, embrace life, and enjoy every breath you take, every minute you live. Just enjoy it now. Don't look at the past, forget about the past. What's done is done. Don't worry about the future, it's just anxiety. That causes anxiety. Don't worry about the future. Plan for the future in the present, but don't worry about it. The future's going to come what may. All you can do is do something good today to make tomorrow better. Yeah. So just enjoy being you. Just enjoy the moment you're in, and just try to make yourself better today than you were yesterday. And if you do those things, tomorrow will be good. Yeah. If you make yourself a better version today than you were yesterday, you don't have to worry about tomorrow. Yeah. Because cream rises to the top and shit sinks. Yeah. So be cream, don't be shit. So yeah, I don't know. I get all philosophical. I get philosophical when I train, because you get all the endorphins and dopamine release and all that stuff. So it makes you feel like, you know, really sort of calm, or it makes me feel calm. You know, this is my natural state, being hyped up, I guess. You know, I find calm in the chaos. So my body's going through chaos because it's getting flooded with all these wonderful endorphins, but I find calm in that, you know. So it's weird. Some people can't handle it. They get all jumpy and jittery and everything. Talk, you know, well, I'm probably talking shit right now anyway, but I feel calm, and it's nice. It's a beautiful feeling. Anyway, so crack on. Look, fully recovered. Let's crack on. Number 4. Here we go. Yeah. Oh. It's a workout. I can feel my left bicep is a bit tweaked. I was lying in bed, I woke up. Had a lovely lie-in, because usually I'm up at 4:30. 20 to 5. I had a lovely lie-in till about sort of 8:50. I looked at the clock, it was 8:50. So I had a good 4 hours extra sleep, which is wonderful, because every day I lose about an hour's sleep. By the end of the week, I'm wrecked, yeah? So I'm only having 5 hours sleep a weekday. All right, so yeah, I woke up about 8:50. I sort of just stretched my arm. I felt my bicep go cramp up. I was like, whoa, what's that? Yeah, didn't even move. And yeah, my back was aching a little bit. It seems like when I'm on it, when I'm focused for work, I know I'm only going to get 5 hours sleep every night. You know, I'm doing a little run of days and then nights. See, I've done eight days straight already. Just going over to nights now, so it'll be a 12 day night run before my next day off. All right, so yeah, it seems like when I'm focused for work, I know I'm getting up, everything's routined and sort of quite regimented. I know I wake up at 4:30, snooze for 10 minutes, 2 5-minute snoozes, and I jump out of bed, I shower, get dressed, make coffee, I'm in the van. Yeah, when I know I'm doing that every day, I come home, I see how I feel, but usually do an hour on the bike and then 100 leg raises, 100 push-ups, and that's good. Yeah, that's my training. It takes an hour and 20 minutes. I do that every night, and I don't eat because I'm still doing the intermittent fasting. I'm eating from 9 till 5. After 5 o'clock I don't eat. Although yesterday I was feeling so tired because it was my 8th day straight, 12-hour shifts, 2 hours almost travel, so 14-hour days for 8 days, plus training. Yesterday I knew I was switching over to nights today so I could train in the day. I didn't train last night, and I had some bread, some hummus, some olives, some cheese and some ham. Yeah. So I broke my fast. Yeah, I didn't do the complete fast. So when I know I'm on that regime and I'm working, I'm up, it's robotic, I'm good. My body just says, right, we got 8 days to smash through, let's get it done. When it comes to my day off, the night before my day off, or if I'm switching over to nights where I've got 24 hours off before I start my night shift, my body just goes, yeah, it just relaxes. We don't need to get up in the morning, you know? So my body relaxes, and then you get things like I wake up and my back's aching a little bit. My bicep sort of had a little bit of a weird moment and sort of is aching now. I haven't been on the judo mat for 6 weeks, because last time I was on the judo mat, got a little bit excited, a little bit carried away, didn't realise or forgot that I was back only a week. You know, I'd only been back on the gym, back on the mat for a week, and got a little bit excited, a little bit over enthusiastic, and this guy was, you know, annoying me a little bit because he kept throwing me with these little foot sweeps, and they're really annoying. You know, I don't mind getting thrown and buried with a big one, big throw, bang, right onto my back, but I hate these little sort of foot sweeps, just like little trips. They are fucking annoying. Anyone who's done judo knows what I'm talking about. You know, you just stand in there and they just sort of hook your foot with their foot, and you can't really, it's like a sticky foot. You can't get your foot off, and then they just move you a little bit, break your balance, and over you go. They're annoying, they're frustrating, and they really piss me off, yeah? And he kept doing that to me. So I go, I charged up, I hulked up, and I chucked my arm over the back of him, and I turned in for a big one. And he just dug in, you know, became very negative judo. He just dug in, and then I felt my hamstring, my left hamstring go, bing! I was like, ah! So I had to get off the mat, and yeah, so I've been pretty much resting that for 4 or 5 weeks. It's about 6 weeks now, and it is good, but I haven't done these barbell complexes for a while because of that. So I can feel my left hamstring where the injury was. Although it's sort of 90% healed now, I can feel that in my left hamstring. It's tweaky. So yeah, so this is it. When my body says, all right, time to relax, everything relaxes, and I start feeling those growing pains, growing old pains. So at 50 years old, still training hard, still maintaining, you know, fitness and shape and size, and trying to keep the fat down. Yeah, those growing pains, growing old pains. So I can feel my bicep a little bit tweaky. Feel that injury in my hamstring. So a bit annoying. So like I say, I got a few nights to get through tonight and over the next few nights. Won't be doing any judo this week or next week. Yeah, it's Saturday today. Yeah, so you lose track of time. So next week I won't be doing any judo because I'm on nights. But the following week, I guarantee I'm going to get back to judo, because even if I just train judo Monday and Wednesday, twice a week, that's good enough for me. You know, I don't need to go 3 times a week like religiously, but twice a week is good enough for me. Plus my cardio in between. You know, to keep me who I am. So yeah, that's the plan. Anyway, final set, 5th and final set of my barbell complex. Real life, real live, no jump cuts, no bullshit. Yeah, the real deal. All right, last one. D.C.R. Yeah. There we go. Would have been quicker if I hadn't been talking so much. But even looking at the clock now, with all the talking, it's taken 38 minutes. So you can do that. 38 minutes for a serious workout. Yeah, forget blah blah, anything like that, and these G4B, GPP nonsense. Just, you know, forget nonsense. numbers, lifts, big numbers. Oh, I can bench press this. That's not going to do you any good. It's nice to look at, you know, if you're into that. It's nice to be in shape. But, you know, an example is, you know, big guys. They're useless when it comes to cardiovascular activity. Fighting, boxing. You got Martyn Ford going up against the Iranian Hulk. They're both about the same weight. You know, Martyn Ford looks better. He's got no fat on him. He's a lot of muscle. And then the little Iranian fella is just a lump of fat. But they probably weigh the same. But your heart doesn't realize the difference between fat and muscle. It just knows the weight. And if there's all that mass, that body mass, it's got to pump the blood round. It's putting strain on it, yeah? And it can't pump the blood round quick enough. So you're not getting the oxygen rich blood into the muscle quick enough. So you get lactic acid buildup and all that stuff. And then you gas out, yeah? You gas out. So it doesn't matter if you're a fat fuck or a big muscular fuck. After about 30 seconds of the first round, they're going to be both gassed and they're just going to be holding each other up. It's going to be a shit show. You know, so muscle's good. But too much muscle isn't good, yeah? Too much fat isn't good. So, you know, especially at my age, I just want to be functional. That's all it's about now. It's not about doing massive 1 rep maxes and all that nonsense. You know, I can deadlift this. Whoopie-doo. How long can you stay in the fight? Yeah, that's the real question. How long can you stay in the fight? It's not the dog in the fight, it's the fight in the dog, that sort of thing. How long can you last? And those big guys, 30 seconds if you're lucky, you know? Because you're just humping around all that weight and your blood isn't getting where it needs to be, the oxygen's not getting there. That's why it's going to be interesting to see Hathor Bjorkson versus Eddie Hall. That's going to be interesting. Now, I must say, out of all the people I've admired in the past, Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know, all these people, you know, going way back. Bruce Lee, you know, very small but muscular, powerful man. Little though. Conor McGregor, you know, there's some good people out there. Good, you know, good physiques on them. The physique I admire the most is, believe it or not, Hathor Bjorkson. You know, you've got all these, you know, athletes and actors that get themselves into really good shape, but the body I think is almost aesthetically perfect is Hathor Bjorkson now, or when he's fit now, fit and healthy and trained up now. You know, he's lean, not too cut, not too ripped up, not too soft, just a nice aesthetic, good proportioned body. I'd say, from my personal point of view, Hathor Bjorkson has probably one of the best bodies around to look at aesthetically. And if I could get myself anywhere near that at 50 years old, I'd be over the moon, you know. We're coming, it's coming, trust me, it's coming. Yeah, now all the nonsense is over, you know. Had one drink around my birthday, haven't had a drink since way before Christmas. I did get drunk around my birthday, because I was 50, come on man, you got to give me that. But yeah, so as soon as you knock the booze on the head, your body comes back, or my body comes back, you know. It allows you to train and all that stuff, allows you to stay on it, stay focused, stay on your regimen. Yeah, as soon as you knock the booze on the head. But anyway, so my point is, if I can get my body anywhere near a body like Hathor Bjorkson, then I'd be very happy, especially at 50 years old. And we're getting there, we're getting there. We always like the bodies or the shapes or things we know is realistic to us, you know. So God knows who follows BlahBlah. Why would you follow that? I want to look like a melted candle. Oh dear. I want to look like a, you know, I got chicken skin and oh no. Just disgusting. Anyway, I'm gonna set the bar up on the, you know, I got a door bar, so I'm gonna set the door bar up, just bang out 100 leg raises, not all at once, usually 5 sets of 20, so not 100 all out. But I'm gonna leave this video here. You don't want to see me doing leg raises. So I'm happy that you got to the end of this, if you did. Sorry I've been AWOL, yeah, but I have been busy with my real life and a real quite demanding job, and it's going to be ongoing, I'm afraid. So we are going to get some van life stuff going, because we're going to start going camping. I still got to pick up the trailer, because I've had a trailer hitch or a tow bar put on the van, and reason being I want to get a trailer. Just got to get around to getting it, but there's been no point getting it yet, no point rushing to get it, because the weather's been bad and we're not going anywhere. So it's just a case of storing it then, so I don't want to get into that. So yeah, as soon as the weather turns, and we're, you know, we're almost in spring now, as soon as the weather turns, then we're gonna be taking the bike on a trailer off to campsites down in Devon or Cornwall or up in Scotland, and getting some van life stuff going. And some motorbike stuff. There's also going to be some shooting stuff, judo stuff, training stuff. So yeah, I'm still doing it in the background. It's just that I'm not recording it because I've been really busy at the beginning of this new task. I've been on this new task for about 4 weeks now, and yeah, it's hardcore at the minute. But it is sort of getting into a more stable routine now. But at the beginning it was just a bit mental, because I was covering for someone that wasn't, yeah, anyway, I won't get into details, but yeah, I do have a real life. That's my point. Yeah, you know, I don't sit around all day pretending to be a coach and, you know, pretending I'm doing something I'm not. Yeah, I have a real, very, yeah, busy life. So we are going to keep the channel going. We are going to keep it rocking. We're going to keep adding things to it. Yeah, like I say, van life, motorbike life, gun life, you know, all that stuff. Yeah. Can't tell you about certain aspects of my life because, yeah, forbidden. But yeah, watch this space. Yeah. The Ments, yeah, probably gonna keep the Ments going on the other channel. That is up and running, by the way. That's back. Yeah, the old roasts, they're back. Go check them out. It's all up and running. But yeah, we're gonna roast. We're gonna get a roast because there's so many Ments now. So we got a roast soon. We got a roast coming. But that's it. Hope you enjoyed this very long video. But I just wanted to bring you in and along with me to show you what I do when I train. No jump cuts, no bullshit, no sleeping between sets, no eating pizzas and all that nonsense. Yeah, just real training, functional training, you know, to go along and supplement my judo training. So like, subscribe, share, tell a friend, tell a family, and I'm out of here.